Salty, so salty, so salty. Oh,
Let's move on to Microsoft.
To
Microsoft.
and beyond.
Um,
Before we start,
Go ahead.
I'm wondering, did you give them higher or lower than EA?
ooh, higher.
You gave them higher?
Oh yeah,
I did too.
yeah.
We'll start with that, and then we'll talk about the score
Way
after.
higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Double digits. No, I'm kidding.
No, I think we cap it at 10.
11 out of 10. And 9 out of 10.
So what is your bad? What didn't you like? Well, unless you want to start with what you liked about Microsoft.
No. I'm going to start with the ugly first.
Yeah.
So I should say I did like the One X, but I think the $500 price point made it a little awkward for me. I want to talk more about that, but we'll loop around to that. Their intro video for a lot of their stuff was Forza, which I feel like it's kind of overused, using kind of your racing game as your like intro trailer to show off graphics and all the cool new stuff.
Yeah.
And I get that, like, it cycles through, like it shows a lot of really cool like light shaders and things like that. But you know what I mean? It's like, it's another Forza, and I don't know, and I could be off on this. I feel like not that many people are super excited for Forza as they are for some of the other stuff. Had they shown Anthem as their intro amazing graphics game, kind of.
Oh no, they should. No, I think they definitely should have left Anthem for last. It's a great looking game, and it's not first party. That's kind of another deal. But go ahead, continue. I'll give my points after.
That was pretty much the extent of it. I think that $500 price point, I don't know that they did enough to justify it. I mean, I do like the console, and I do recognize it as a very, very, very powerful console. But when you're considering the price point of you have to look at your competition, right? And when you look at the PS4 Pro, you know, it's a significant difference. It really is. And if your selling point is, hey, we've got 60 frames per second for some games on, you know, at 4K, there's probably plenty of people who can't use that, and you know, it's tough. To me, it was a little tough.
The Minecraft 4K.
And that was the other thing.
Why?
Which is
why?
I mean, I can't blame them for announcing it, but they spent a little while talking about 4K. But that could have been like a single line in the conference, and they didn't have to spend time talking about how excited they are for Minecraft 4K.
So here are my points that I noticed that I did not like. One, during the whole Forza 7, I like racing games. Forza 7 isn't my preferred racing game, but I recognize it as being a good racing game. So
Fair enough.
I don't mind that they spent time on Forza 7. They spent too much time on Forza 7 in my opinion. And the biggest thing is they revealed a new Porsche 911 something.
Yeah.
In a games conference. Why? The people that are there for Forza are there for Forza. Yes, they probably like cars, but that is why make such a big deal about the car? That rubbed me. I didn't. No.
Sure.
Points.
Sure.
Taking points off Microsoft. Don't spend so much time announcing a reveal of a first time seen car on a game conference. No. No,
You're not
get
gonna
out.
go buy a Porsche after that?
No, get out.
Not gonna go buy a Porsche.
Minecraft 4K. Why? Okay. Minecraft's not for me. I get why people like it. People love it. But 4K for Minecraft?
Well, the blocks are more. Are they block?
They're blockier. I don't know. And one other thing is I'm gonna first say I liked Crackdown, the original. But Crackdown, the new Crackdown is looking bad in my opinion. It doesn't. Besides the Terry Crews thing, which was great, that intro.
He can be good in it.
Yeah, he can.
I mean, he could read the yellow pages to me.
It doesn't. It doesn't look of this gen. It doesn't look of this generation. It looks bad to me. It looks like they tried Borderlands and didn't succeed. So I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it. And then my other negative is they spent too much time on Mordor, the new Mordor game. It's not a console exclusive. Why are you going to spend that much time on it?
I definitely
I don't
agree.
get it. I mean, definitely show it if you have a partnership. Show it a little bit, but don't spend so much time on it. But I don't want to get stuck on the bad. So let's go to the good, because I actually do have way more good than I do bad for Microsoft.
Yeah,
And I
for
will
sure.
at the end you will know why. Xbox One X, the name. So they gave the name, and
That was a
then
bad.
they announced the release date. Do you not
Forgot
like
that
Xbox One X? I don't know how I feel about it. Honestly, I don't know Xbox One
Ah,
X. I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. Starts and ends with an X. I mean,
Yeah.
is that the best? It's like, was that the most? I didn't even like the name Xbox to start with,
Oh.
but it's kind of grown into like accepted, kind of like the
Well,
iPad.
the next one's
When
gonna
first
be
announced, it's stupid,
Xbox
but
One Xbox.
yeah.
They're just gonna put a box. They're
Xbox
just
One
gonna keep
X.
reiterating.
Is there gonna be an XS when they make a slim version of the X, slimmer version?
The one thing I did like,
Small, though.
yeah, so it's small and it's more powerful. The one thing I did like is that the accessories, if you have an Xbox One X or One, your accessories work with the Xbox One X. I like
Gold
that. I
must
like
cotton.
that they kept that. That is really really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
surprising
Yeah.
actually, but no, yeah, I was just gonna say that was good. I like how strong it is. Obviously from a performance standpoint,
Like how much
and
can it bench?
like how much, like so much, like about 350.
350.
No, and it was cool that they touched on the backwards compatibility. I think it would have been very stupid of them to not talk about that. That's going to be, had they not spoken to backwards compatibility, that would have been the number one question everybody would want them to answer. So I'm glad that they kind of addressed that from the start. They talked about the original Xbox backwards compatibility and optimization that they're working on. So yeah, there was a couple pluses. I thought that was good. Good of them to talk about. And yeah, the small form factor is kind of nice too. So it seems like they're checking off all the right boxes from a comparison standpoint to their other Xboxes and also to the PlayStation. I think they're checking off the boxes. Had they put it at $399, for example, I think that would have been a killer. That would have been a huge like market shift over to not that they would have necessarily stolen PlayStation players, but I think there would be a lot more people who have both consoles. I think that would have been a big deal for the $100. I think they would have pushed a lot more units, way more units. Seeing that 3 as the first instead of 4, because now in everybody's mind, it's a half $1,000. It's 500, and there's going to be tax, and then games, and then I need a second control, and and now it becomes this big thing. But at $399, you're putting it down in that range, and then they could have made the other one, they announced the S, right, putting that at like $249 or $299, and then kind of get it that much closer, and people are gonna make the extra push, get the better console, get the better everything. And also from a developer standpoint, now developers have a better reason to push higher, better 4K content, because now they're what I mean, now their target is a much larger audience. So
Right. Yeah.
enough about that.
No. I like that. Another other good points is Metro Exodus looks interesting.
Yeah,
I'm really
that's kinda
hoping. I'm really hoping that the train that we saw there at the end, that's your base, and I hope that like it just comes around once in a while, and if you miss it, you're stuck there. You know what I mean? Like you can't get back to your base. You gotta
That's
wait
kinda
till it
cool,
comes
yeah.
back. Like that would be a cool, interesting dynamic to the game.
Oh man.
Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. I'm not into it. Because I haven't tried it honestly, and people might be laughing right now. Like, why is this game so massive and you haven't tried it yet? But just haven't had the time to. But I appreciate that they're recognizing what is good and trying to take it to the Xbox. State of Decay 2 looks great. Zombie survival co-op. You can build your base, defend your base. Really cool. That is right up my alley. Multi-platform crossplay on Minecraft. That I like. I like that Microsoft. I'm not gonna knock them on that because I like that they're recognizing that people that you have different consoles want to play together, and people that are on a PC want to play together. I don't want to be limited by who I play with, because I decided to purchase a different machine than my friend. So that's great.
Yeah.
Another point that they got from me was the last night. The last night looks awesome.
Yeah.
The
it really
graphics on
does.
that game looks insane. Just my art style. I love it.
No, I'm right there with you. I put that as a big plus. Like,
Yeah.
just that game, another, like we said earlier about personality, you know,
Yep.
games having that vibe, and that game is going to be memorable. Even if it's a terrible game, I don't think
Yeah.
it will be, but even
Uh,
if it were to be a terrible game, it would still be memorable that they went that route. And specifically, and I think a lot of times when you get that really interesting and unique art style, to me, that's a big window into the mindset and the passion of the developers, because they took that extra effort, you know, whether it was a one-click button to apply this filter or whatever, they still took that, they still made that leap because they felt it was a good direction for the game to go. And to me, when you kind of go out on a limb like that, to me, that shows that there's a lot of passion from the developer standpoint, to that they really care about the game and they want it to have a certain feel. So I
Yep.
thought it was very cool, very, very interesting.
Sea of Thieves. Oh, I'm so excited for Sea of Thieves.
Terrible.
I'm gonna be playing it on PC, not Xbox, but it just
man.
looks. I can't say I would just leave it. Sea of Thieves. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's great.
Yeah, definitely. It
Look
is
it up.
really good.
and,
So-
and then I gave them more points for Anthem. You know, I when I first saw it, I'm like, it's Destiny in third person meets Mass Effect, and
Yeah.
it's just
yeah.
I want it now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like let me play it right now. I don't care.
Yeah.
$100, sure, take it. You know, like
But usually I'm pretty hesitant to pre-order, but that's the kind of game that I will probably be, you know,
Yeah.
dropping some money on and getting excited for, even this early in the process. You know what I mean? Even just seeing trailers and some early gameplay, you know, as long as they don't like crazy change it before release.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. As long as what they've shown is actually what's gonna come out, then we're good.
Representative.
And my last good point, I have a lot of good points, and I kind of just put this to like, for Microsoft, it's they showed a lot of games. They went through and they're like, we're making this about games, and they just kept going at it. Games.
Yeah.
In the beginning, they even said, we're gonna show 42 games. I'm like, okay, good for them. They get it. They get it. They're listening. They're like, people want games, and that's what they're here for. Like, let's not. And then they show us a Porsche, but anyways, so it's like, anyways, that is my good and my bad for Microsoft. Do you have anything else you want to add on Microsoft?
The only other couple things I want to throw out, Assassin's Creed Origins.
Okay.
They talked about it there. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
As with every other AC game, I'm concerned that it's just going to be another AC. To me, the gameplay was
Not
repetitive in
changed.
the first game. Yeah, by the end of the first game. So and I appreciate that there's still a lot of interest, and so they keep producing more. But I'm interested to see how they can really, really change up the game. I like the eagle vision and being able to fly around and see. The only other thing was Ori and the Blind Forest 2.
Oh, yeah.
For those who are excited about it, just kind of throwing that out there. They did announce that it's Will of the Wisps.
Yep.
And same as the first game, it's got similar art style, similar vibe, similar everything. So if you're into that, good stuff coming your way. So yeah,
Good
that's
stuff.
all.
Yeah,
really
no,
liked it, though.
I haven't played Assassin's Creed, a new one, since Black Flag, and Black Flag was amazing, and that's precisely why, and that's why I didn't really add it to them on my list, because I think they just kind of showed like a trailer or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah.
That's fair. That's
What
fair. Yeah.
What is your score
Drum
on
roll.
Microsoft?
The Microsoft rating 8.5.
Ooh,
How close am I to you?
ooh, pretty close.
idea.
Pretty close.
Like I said, to me, they lost points, not too many, but a little bit on the pricing of the One X. Now, I
Okay,
did have a
I can see
question,
that.
and I don't want to sidetrack and extend out the
Yeah.
duration of this recording, but they talk about Xbox One X and they talk about VR. If they had a bundle package, what if they had said, like, for $700 you get the One X plus a VR headset?
They
throw
did
a
talk
game in there,
about
whatever.
VR. I didn't hear
They,
that.
I think if I remember correctly, they did talk a little bit, but
Okay.
yeah, but not. I mean, this wasn't like a focal point for
Okay.
them. Like you said, they really did focus on the games, which is great. But what I'm saying is, if they said for $700 you get a One X plus a VR headset, whatever VR headset, does that then become a more justifiable price?
That depends on the VR headset. If they're giving me, plastic 3D goggles that you get at the movie theater VR headset, then I'm not I'm not so excited about it.
Samsung.
Yeah, so it's it just that depends. Yeah, if they're bundling things in to increase the perceived value of what you're getting versus what you're paying, then I would say yes, more power to them, and I would probably get me to buy one. But I'd have to see what that one is. My score for Microsoft,
Let's hear it.
8.7.
Ooh, look at us.
8.7.
Look at us being
Yeah. And
great mind.
yeah, 8.7. And at the end, we'll go through all the scores again and just kind of see which ones we gave highest. And so for now, let's move on.
Salty, so salty. All you gamers salty.